On November 3rd, 2020, we lost the war. We were betrayed. An election was stolen. And the one man that was supposed to stand up for the Constitution of the Republic, the economy, and the will of the people stabbed us in the back. And the deep state installed one of the most inept criminals that the world has ever known. It is time to take America back. This is Patriots Must Rise. Welcome to the bunker. Sorry that this release has taken so long. As you can see, there's been a lot of reformatting, a lot of animation done by hand. My backdrops are all hand painted, so please bear with me. I'm trying to get things into a realm of quality that you deserve. I hope you like the intro. That took some doing, as you saw. And this next clip, I'm actually breaking down what the humor is in what my backdrop is. Susie's is more the uniform bunker, the living space. But The Office is designed to be funny. So I hope you appreciate it. I really do. This video is not going to be the serious political video that I hope you've come to expect. Instead, I am actually trying to get you to understand where this particular podcast is going. I'm trying to entertain you guys with the fictional concept that we're already in the state of the aftermath of a war. Things have already fallen apart. People have dug in, hence the bunker. And people are tired of where the country has gone. The fighting has already taken place. There are a few resistance cells already out there, but about ready to give up. This is not exactly what I would have expected. But then again, I never thought we'd see in America where political opponents are put in jail. This banana republic crap has gone way wrong. So I am releasing this without the stamp or watermark gone. I use Power Director, as you can see, but I'm releasing this so you understand that I'm just trying to get this stuff going. I don't have an income. And I put everything into these podcasts for the idea that hopefully one day people would actually see value in what I bring you and maybe contribute some support. I work now and then, but it's very hard to find work because of my limited vision, extremely limited vision, and my physical limitations. So this is my work, and I'm trying to be very upfront with you guys. I don't want to annoy you with the need for donations. You guys are intelligent. You know that everything that we do in this world takes money. But what I do hope that this time in production actually brings you is some kind of, wow, he's really stepped up. I want you guys to be proud to say, hey, I found this podcast that it's just way beyond anything that we're used to. The studio quality animation, the hand painted backdrops and so on. I really hope that you guys appreciate it. So, with that being said, just from the intro alone, I think you know where this podcast is going. And as ironic as it is, yes, I'm creating this fictional world. But look at what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about 200 years in the future, 300 years in the future. I'm talking about today. I'm just painting it in a way that we're basically living in this post-zombie apocalypse, because that's what the Democrat is. They're freaking zombies. So there might actually be exterior, outside the bunker interactions with animation. In my youth, I actually wanted to be a Disney animator, and I still maintain the skills. So I hope that you appreciate what I'm doing here. But I also want you to understand that everything that I'm talking about is true. Yes, I'm pulling from other people's news broadcasts, but I'm doing that so I don't have to cite my sources. You can read the source on the screen. Okay, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video because it's a showing off of the post-production state of this. A whole new world that is Patriots Must Rise. So, please, let's get in, have some fun with it. Let's bring our friends into this. Okay? The link's in the description where you can donate. You also have links available in that link where you can leave voicemails that can be used in the podcast. So please interact with us. Ask questions. Tell us how you think we're doing. This is very important to Susie and I, and I believe it's very important to the country. Because the more people that actually realize the corruption that we're actually seeing at a fundamental level, the harder it will be for the deep state to actually function. So please, let's get our friends into this. Okay, it's not stopping. Why aren't you stopping? On the refrigerator, there's a AOC escort service and Brandon Herrera for Congress. On the floor, there's a
a box that says Biden's secret shit and our secret files. And then just above the computer, there's obviously the Hillary Clinton Wicked Witch of the West voodoo doll. I'm very proud of that.
The backdrop for Susie's room. It's basically modeled off of the bunks in a submarine. The estate rooms. And the single electric light source that isn't giving enough light, I admit I did use some computer aid to actually figure out that stuff, but basically this is the work center. This is where Susie is producing the podcast. If you go in to the board, and I don't know why I put this much detail into these, because you're never actually going to see what's written on the bulletin board. But on the upper left corner, you have a wanted poster for Hillary Clinton. You have an award poster for Barack Obama of $18 million. But in this universe, $18 million is toilet paper. Then you have a shopping list. And as we get deeper into this podcast, because I am kind of creating this futuristic alternative universe sort of thing, there's a shopping list. But shopping in the post aftermath of a zombie apocalypse, which is wokeism, means that you have to go out and hunt zombies. You have to steal the resources from the Wokies, because that's what I actually see happening soon. That's what the whole central bank digital currency is designed to do. If you are a patriot, if you value individual sovereignty and freedom, you are probably public enemy number one in the near future. So I don't know how much work I'm actually going to put into little skits like that, because everything will be hand animated, and I try to put out one of these videos every day. And I'm not interested in computer animation. I honestly hate the computer animation. I think it ultimately destroyed the industry. But I will do it if you guys want to see it. Hell, I'll do it just because you guys seem to support it. I've gotten really positive feedback from this alternative universe idea that I've come up with from the shorts and stuff that I put in on YouTube. But once again, if you pay attention, there is actually a drinking fountain, but I'm really not sure why I did that, except for the fact that this is meant to be like a public area, uh, um, an area where people can sleep if they have time, but you don't really have time. So yeah, this is and just in case you're asking, I'm actually looking at the backdrop while I'm talking, because while you're seeing it behind me, I obviously don't see it. So that's why my eyes are going away from me. But my eyes going away from me isn't really a big deal anyway, because they do that naturally. I don't see. So I make fun of it anyway. As this progresses, I would really like to see what my listeners would like to see. Um, I want to interact with you guys. I want to be able to answer questions. I want if you guys have an idea for a skit or something like that, by all means, please do. But the reality is that this is a tool, or I'm going to be using this alternative universe as a tool to educate people and hopefully change some hearts. So keep that in your prayers, because I do believe that it's important that this happens. So this is the exterior of the bunker, rendered in Maya 3.8. It took about 3 days to actually compile. So this would be used for basically the going out and dealing with the world issues, like the LGBTQ agenda going into and infesting Christian churches, which is definitely happening. Across the the main street from our house, we have this so-called Lutheran church. The doors painted in the way that they are is definitely telling of what their theology is. I go in there because I was late to church one day, and first of all, it was a female pastor. They started out with the Apostles' Creed, or what they called the Apostles' Creed. And it was bastardized. Instead of, I believe in the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, it was all woke. I can't even remember what it was, but I walked out. They didn't even finish the creed. Actually, they did. As I was walking out, the pastor identifies herself and announces to the congregation what her pronouns are. I think I literally vomited when I left the building. It was so disgusting. But this stuff needs to be talked about because it's infesting our churches, it's infesting our schools. And this infection needs to be burned out. So, yeah. Well, I will be gearing the podcast more toward a more child-friendly, content. The subject matter will definitely not necessarily be child-friendly. But I think the kids need to hear it anyway. So as you can see, we have a lot of changes in mind, and they're going to be coming up. They're going to be slow, but they're definitely coming. The content is going to be toned down as far as the language goes and maybe the intensity, but the message is going to remain the same. I'm going to leave it up to the parents to decide whether or not it's kid friendly, but it is going to be geared toward children because obviously the public schools are not actually doing their job in teaching our kids anything, and it is important that we have a future generation that actually knows how to think versus being the indoctrinated zombies that is the left. So let's break it down. I'm not going to do the PragerU thing. It's going to be in your face. This is why these people are scumbags, and this is why you can't trust them. So I encourage parents to screen the content before you allow your kids to actually watch it, but it will be geared toward them. I am Anatoly Anatolisova. This is Patriots Must Rise. Please like, subscribe. There is a link in the description to donate. But until next time, live free, die well, and love your neighbor as Christ has loved you.